decent amount of hand-eye coordination to be able to hit that ball out despite the fact that you're taking steroids. But this, you're literally stealing the signs from pitchers who throw junk, giving yourself a 50-second head start, knowing what's going to be thrown, and then totally denying it after the fact and pretending like it didn't take place and making excuses like, oh, we were so good, we would have won the World Series anyways. This is so much worse than PED. This is so much worse than Pete Rose, and this is not good for ratings. This is such a black eye for baseball. It's not even the same conversation as far as I'm concerned for PEDs.
So what do you say about that guy in the dugout being heckled and might be a player or manager, we don't know. What would you say about that guy who responds by saying, well, just keep paying to see our games?
Well, then that's exactly what he's saying. He said, I'm making millions of dollars to do what I do. Am I cheating when I'm doing it? Yes, but it doesn't matter. Look what happened to me. Look what the commissioner said. The commissioner said this. Rob Manfred said this is a piece of metal. All of us were probably, well, not all of us, but a large amount of us, most of us are all-stars. We were actively involved in this. We were actively cheating. Houston Astros starters, we were cheating, and nothing happened to us. So nothing is going to happen to us. So he's coming from a position of holier than thou and a position of FU, and honestly, he's justified in it because what has Major League Baseball done to punish these players who cheated?
Nothing.
Exactly. Nothing.
Zero.
And
the answer is zero.
And so what does that tell kids? What does that tell fans? It says it doesn't matter. What matters is we want to protect our game. Despite the fact that this terrible thing happened, we want to protect our game, and it doesn't make a difference to us.
Can you imagine if this happened in another sport and they handled it the same way? Let's talk about the National Basketball Association. Let's just say hypothetically that the Lakers are in the NBA Finals and they stole the playbook and you had camera of, I don't know, let's just say the Boston Celtics practice. You had full video of every Celtics practice all year, including practice right before the NBA Finals, hypothetically. It's the same stuff we're talking about here, so the Lakers know exactly what plays are coming. They know exactly what the Celtics are going to run. Let me ask you this. How do you think the NBA would handle something like that? Do you think the players wouldn't get suspended if the players were partially responsible?
And I think this is so much worse than that even.
But I'm just trying to give the only
I guess
analogy I can.
Something could possibly – you can't. The thing is you can't really make a comparison. Deflate gate.
Okay, but let's just take what I just said.
The Patriots, when they taped the Cincinnati Bengals.
I agree.
Even if because, again, an NBA team, they're going to run the same thing every single time. They have an offense.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, their offense is not going to deviate much.
Not true.
Their defense isn't going to deviate much. They're going to play to their strengths.
But
with baseball, if you literally give someone a minute head start every single pitch, and this pitcher can't throw fast, and this pitcher relies on accuracy and throwing curveballs and throwing junk and the element of surprise, and that is totally taken away.
I get it.
And then the batter is a world-class athlete with outstanding hand-eye coordination, who is also probably 6 foot 190 pounds and can hit the ball 400 feet on a consistent basis. It's not even close.
Listen, I get what you're saying. I'm just trying to give some sort of. I mean, it's impossible to have an exact comparison when you cross sport.
No, there isn't one.
I'm just asking you the question: if the Lakers had video of every Celtics practice and they had someone in there, so they had the actual playbook of what the Celtics are running on both ends of the floor and their game plan, how do you think the NBA would respond to that, to the Boston Celtics? As an example. I have an answer if you want to hear mine.
Well, the NBA it's more of a players' league, I think. They would definitely respond swiftly. I really respect Adam Silver as a commissioner as opposed to Rob Manfred.
Let me just say this.
I think he's much more professional. I think he gets things done quicker.
I think that there is no doubt players would be suspended. That's the point I'm trying to make. How long, I don't know. Players would be suspended.
Or assuming that the player wasn't involved and it was someone from the team.
I'm assuming that if players were also involved, and I'm telling you right now, they would punish the Boston Celtics. They would fine the Boston Celtics. They would, for a year, they would be suffering for this. My point being the Houston Astros are not suffering from this anymore. Okay, the bottom line is, it might hurt some ticket sales. The Astros players, their careers haven't suffered from this. They're still getting paid.
And the careers of players who have suffered from this, like a Mike Bolsinger, for example.
Right.
Now they have to file a lawsuit to say, no, you actually caused me all these damages.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
And then the team itself, it's worth almost 2.5 times what it was 4 years ago.
This gets me so aggravated.
I mean, it's crazy.
It gets me so aggravated right now. I'm gonna pull a Pelosi right now.
That's big time.
I'm pulling a Nancy. I'm ripping up the story as we speak. I just pulled a Pelosi. That's how angry I am. But I won't pull a page from Donald Trump's playbook, and I won't make fun of her dentures. I would never do that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's time for your favorite segment of the day, at least according to our producer, Jason Stein. It's time for some hate mail. Vegas Take hate mail time. When we take a quick break, we'll be back right after this. You're listening to the Vegas Take right here on the all-new 101.5 FM, 720 AM, KDAWN.